Hello and welcome to the Bucks Blast Podcast, the official podcast of Buchanan Community Schools, offering an inside look at the people, events, and initiatives that make our school district a vibrant and thriving part of the community. Each episode features interviews with students, staff, teachers, and community members, spotlighting their achievements, stories, and the unique programs that shape the educational experience at Buchanan Community Schools. In this episode of the podcast, we stop by Moccasin Elementary School to explore how intentional programs and positive school culture support both academic success and personal development. From celebrating positive behavior to encouraging movement, reading, and growth. This episode showcases the momentum at Moccasin Elementary and the educators and students who make it a place where young bucks thrive. And now, here's Buchanan Community Schools Superintendent Patricia Robinson.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bucks Blast Podcast. And today I am here at Moccasin Elementary, and I get to spend some time with some great folks here. I'd like for them to introduce themselves.
Hi, Mike Babcock, principal at Moccasin.
Hi, my name's Lainey, and I'm in 4th grade.
This is Lisa Gregory. I am a 3rd grade teacher.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for your time today. I know we're going to learn a lot about Moccasin Elementary. So I have some questions for you all, and I'll get to those right away. I'm going to start with Principal Babcock here. If you can tell us about Moccasin and what can visitors expect when they come to this building?
We have a tremendous welcoming staff that greets every parent, every student as they're coming in. So that would be my first word, would be welcoming. Here at Moccasin, we really strive to create a safe and positive learning environment. So once you leave the main office, you'll see that the hallways are orderly. There is artwork and fun stuff on the walls, that student work that they've been working on throughout the school year. If you were to dip into a classroom, you would see fantastic, phenomenal learning in every room. We have highly qualified teachers. You know, as you go into the unstructured areas, recess, you would see people working together and having fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So we have the welcoming environment here. Lots of student work around creating that culture of learning. So in addition to that, in creating the school environment where students feel motivated, tell us how you create that, where they're motivated, the students feel supported, and they're excited to learn.
I think what we do really well here at Moccasin, from the classroom teachers to the support staff to everyone here, we build positive relationships. And it's really getting to know the student. It's knowing who we're working with, our fellow staff members, on a basic level. And, understanding home life, academics, sports, all those good things. And, as far as support here, we have a tremendous amount of support with a couple school counselors, with fantastic teachers, custodians, are Johnny on the spot. So everyone working together to create that positive learning environment.
Great. So it does take a team to build that positive environment. And as you're looking at how to support the whole child, is building those relationships with them and learning more about them as well. Okay, thank you so much for that. Can you share some examples of programs or initiatives at Moccasin that help students grow academically and personally?
Yeah, if we look at the academic side of things first, it starts with the Tier 1 instruction. And what is that? That's Miss Gregory, for example, who's one of our guests today. It's that learning in the classroom, which is, I feel, one of our strong suits here. We have other programs, academic programs, that help support students. We have something called WIN, which is What I Need. It's 20 minutes daily, 4 days a week, and students are working on sharpening certain skills. Okay, whether that's reading comprehension or fluency or an enrichment group, just reading a book of interest. Those are some things we do for Reading Win, and we do have some Math Win here at school too, where students are working to sharpen their skills. Additional supports we have, intervention groups as well for students to participate. Personally, and one thing that I think we're really doing a phenomenal job this year in particular, over the past 2 years, I should say, is we're growing additional extracurricular opportunities here at Moccasin. We have art club that's newer. We have a choir club that started last year. Miss Gregory and Lainey are going to talk a little bit about running club and Girls on the Run. Miss Gregory has also helped establish a spelling bee. So that's going to be brand new this year. We feel it's important for our students, to be able to build that community, and these extracurricular opportunities are a great way to demonstrate that.
Okay. Could you talk more about the why behind those programs, such as when all of the extracurricular opportunities that have begun in this building? Speak more to the why that is important for students and maybe even their families.
Yeah, we want to build a safe and positive learning environment. So when it comes to the learning side of things, something like that, like WIN, is an extra layer of support that our students get daily. And we find out where our students succeed and where our students need more support. And that's exactly what WIN is. And it gives those students that extra layer of support. It's like a basketball player who needs help on dribbling. Instead of doing this, they're going to work 15, 20 extra minutes during practice on their dribbling skills. And that's what WIN is able to do on a lot of different levels. Each grade has that. As far as the extracurricular clubs, it gives our kids an opportunity to participate, to stay competitive. When looking at going from Moccasin to the middle school, it prepares them for those opportunities as well. It's one of the reasons why we continue to build those opportunities, so students can, stay competitive and have fun with each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And as you're thinking about all of those initiatives, what stands out to you most about Moccasin students?
I think it's hard work. We have students here who, continue to work hard and don't want to fail. We have staff here who, don't want to fail. It's that, grit. It's that stuff inside that we have that we continue to just desire.
Okay, great. And I have one final question for you. What are some ways the school celebrates or encourages students' success, both big and small?
So on a smaller level, whole school, we have, I've yet to talk about this, we have a program called PBIS, Positive Behavior Intervention and Supports. And if a student, and we talk about it daily, is caught being respectful, responsible, and safe, whether that be in the classroom, whether that be in the office or the hallway, they get a ticket. And students will put a ticket in a large container down by the lunchroom, and we have weekly drawings, and we recognize those students over the PA for being respectful, responsible, and safe. And one thing that's new this year is a book vending machine. And a student can come down here and they can get a token if their name's called for getting a PBIS ticket and get a new book. And I think Lainey has experienced that this year. On a larger scale at the end of the year, we recognize students' end of the year awards for their successes in the classroom. We have a award called the Golden Apple that each teacher will, recognize a student, at their end of the year awards. Those are exciting, aren't they, Lainey? But that's more of a larger scale.
Okay. So you have some term ways of celebrating folks, so your weekly PBIS, and then the long term at the end of the school year, your big celebration. Great.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Principal Babcock. We're going to turn to our staff member, Mrs. Lisa Gregory. And Lainey, thank you so much for being patient. We're saving you for last because you're going to be the big ending to our interview, okay? Thank you so much. So, Mrs. Gregory, from your perspective, how have the programs mentioned enhanced the day-to-day experience for students at Moccasin?
I think the programs that have been mentioned help the kids look forward to coming to school. Running club doesn't start until after spring break, and we have already had students coming up to us asking us, when are we going to start running club? And we're only in February, and they want it to start now. For Girls on the Run, Lainey came up to me a couple weeks ago and said, when are we starting Girls on the Run? They're excited for these programs. They look forward to it. I think it gives them an opportunity to spend with their friends where they could have some conversations that, and be kids and have fun.
Principal Babcock talked about PBIS. Tell us, what does that look like in your classroom?
Well, we have all of the PBIS posters that have been created for Moccasin. We all have those in our classroom. We refer back to them on a regular basis of what are the expectations. And the expectations are the same throughout the building. So no matter where you're at or whose classroom you're in for WIN or a different type of intervention or just activity, those expectations are the same. We refer back to them when they're needed. When we notice something isn't being followed, we can go back to that and say, hey, these are our expectations. We need to be making sure we're following those.
Great. And that's a really good way to help our community make those connections. So thank you for explaining that. Tools like NWEA assessments. I know parents have heard about NWEA. I know I've shared some information about it at our chamber meetings. So how do tools like NWEA assessments help you understand student growth, guide instruction, or celebrate progress?
Well, with the NWEA, they come in and they get a baseline score for where they're at in the fall, and then we take the NWEA test again in the winter and the spring. And it's just really nice to be able, for my class specifically, I show them where they should be at the end of the year, and I give them a goal for their winter of this is your midpoint. So if they needed to grow 14 points, I add 7 points to their beginning score. And then when they get finished with that test, they have it wrote down on a Post-it note, and I show them what their score is, and they can see the difference between what was wrote on the Post-it note and what they got. And they get really excited to see that number way above where it should be. So that's one way that we celebrate their success, is just simply them owning their score and knowing what they're capable of. We use it to determine some of our intervention groups and our WIN groups. IRIPs we use to determine which students need that extra support throughout the year.
Great. Thank you. One last question for you. Tell us about the book vending machine. I know Principal Babcock mentioned that as well. What kind of excitement and engagement are you seeing from students?
The students were really excited when it came in. They all wanted to come down and look at it, and because it's always got its lights going, and they wanted to check out what books were in it. And we have tokens that we can hand out for when students are doing positive things around Moccasin. And I had a student who found $33 tucked in a book that was donated to my class. And she came up to me and said, Mrs. Gregory, I found this and I don't know what to do with it. And I was like, you are an amazing student for being honest and doing the right thing and acknowledging that you found it. And so I said, you're going to get a PBIS ticket. And then I said, no, you need something even more than that. So I went and I got her a token for the book vending machine, and she was really excited. I came down and videotaped her getting her book out of the vending machine so that I could share that with her family. So it's not just something we were celebrating here, something that we could celebrate with the family as well.
Wow, that's a great learning experience there for her. How did you guys acquire that machine?
It was through the Michigan Gateway Foundation that it was a grant that we were able to apply for.
That was spearheaded, from a PTM meeting discussion, and the PTM really has been wonderful with supporting our school. Whatever the school needs, they find ways to support fundraisers, and now this book vending machine. But they applied for a grant through the Michigan Gateway. It was over $7,000, and they were very generous to support the schools with that. And that's the funny thing about grants. It's stuff is out there, and you just gotta find it and do it. And we got this fantastic tool, device, machine here at school that helps build that community.
Great. Good. So lots of community support around that, and being able to support your PBIS program here.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, Lainey, it's your turn. Are you ready? Okay, so I have some questions for you, and you can just talk as much as you want. What do you like most about being a student at Moccasin Elementary?
I like being a student at elementary because there's really nice teachers, and there's like a bunch of activities that you can do, and I really like the win. So that's probably what I really like about being a student at elementary.
Okay. What do you like most about win time?
I think I like in win time, I really like when we learn about math, and then there's a reading win, and I really like that one too, because, we do this test. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. And you like tests.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite different. Well, good for you. Have you participated, Lainey, in any of the programs we've talked about today, like Girls on a Run, the Running Club, the Choir Club? I just heard about Mrs. Gregory's is heading up the Spelling Bee. Have you participated in any of those programs that we've talked about?
Yeah. I did a Girls on the Run and a running club. I did 2 running clubs and 1 Girls on the Run. And I'm doing Girls on the Run again this year and the running club again this year too, because I really like running, and I think that's what I really like about.
Oh, wow.
Lainey's sister is actually a junior in high school, and she has signed up to be the junior coach for Girls on the Run. So bringing again the mentoringship from the upper grade levels to Moccasin.
That is amazing. And then Lainey, too, when you become a junior, you'll be able to mentor for other students as young as you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And what is your favorite part? So you're running. What is your favorite part? Are you running with friends? What is that?
My favorite part is when you're in school with the teachers there and the principal and all the students. Well, you don't really get to run in the halls. My favorite part about Girls on the Run is running in the halls.
Okay.
Up and down the stairs.
Oh, that is cool. So tell us again.
On rainy days, on a sunny normal day where we can go outside, the students on Girls on the Run run around the playground. But on rainy days, we still hold the practice, and they will run the halls. They get to run down the upper level, down the stairs, run across and up, and you can just hear them giggling throughout the entire school as they are running through, getting their laps.
I'll tell you, the custodians love it.
I bet. That is quite special, though. Being able to come back, rainy day, you get to run through the school because that's, kind of like breaking the rule, but not breaking the rules. It's allowed during that time. Thank you, Lainey. What is it like when you earn the chance to get a brand new book from the vending machine?
It actually feels really good because I cut the ribbon to open the vending machine, and I got a book about spiders.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I really liked it because there were so many babies, but not a lot of people like spiders, so I'm very special.
Yeah, you are. You are special and brave with that one. I have another question. What's something that you've learned this year, inside or outside of the classroom, that you're really proud of?
So in second grade, I learned times very quickly. In third grade, we were doing fractions. Well, this year we're still doing fractions, but not even fractions, 2/3, but it's 14 fourths or something like that. And I learned it pretty quickly, so that's what I'm really proud of.
Oh, wow. And a fast learner is all on math, and it's kind of progressed from second grade all the way up to fourth grade. Yeah, that is something very good to be proud of. Anything else you'd like to tell us about your school, Lainey?
Not really.
Not really?
What about the lunches?
So what is one thing that you would change or add to Moccasin?
Well, there's a teacher's lounge. It should have a kids' lounge.
Okay. What should be in the kids' lounge?
Well, probably 5 TVs, so when a kid gets bored watching one TV, they can just turn on the other. And if the other kid doesn't like that, they can turn on the other one. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, they should just have let's see, after recess, they should probably be able to come in here class by class. Come into the kids' lounge class by class. One class would have 20 minutes. The others would have that many minutes, or whatever you want to do that. But I think there should be a kids' lounge.
Okay. So you've thought about how much time they should have and what should go in the kids' lounge.
Yeah.
And if kids get bored, what they can, change from one TV to the next.
Yeah.
All right. That is a really good idea.
Yeah, with snacks.
With snacks. Why do teachers get all the fun? The kids should have some of the fun too, right?
They already have a lounge.
They already have a lounge. So right.
The kids should get some treatment too.
Okay. All right. Lainey for the kids. All right. Either Principal Babcock or Mrs. Gregory, anything else you'd like to add about Moccasin or the programming?
I am just really excited to see our programs grow. Last year when we started the running club, we had 56 students that participated in the spring. And in the fall, we had 93 students that participated in the fall running club. And they're able, and we call it a running club, but they don't have to run. We had some students in the time did 3 miles, others did 21.25 miles. It's all on your own and what you want to make of it and how far you want to challenge yourself. I know some of the teachers have seen students' confidence build, that when they started in the running club, they could see in this classroom that they were quiet. But then as the running club progressed and this particular student was keeping up with another staff member who was running, he saw her confidence grow in the classroom too, that she knew that she could do things if she put her mind to it. And so it's nice to see it going from not just we're in running club to it's transferring over the girls and Girls on the Run learn different self-confidence skills that they can utilize in the classroom, outside of the classroom. And this year, we are already full for running for Girls on the Run. Last year, we had 13 girls participate. We have 15 girls signed up this year. So I've actually reached out to see if we could increase that number to have even more girls be a part of it. So it's just really nice to see them be excited for these different events that we're holding here.
That is exciting.
And I'll add something. We talked about NWEA, and we've seen good growth this year. We've had our winter screener, and we're proud of the growth that we've made. Each year, we're seeing our second graders move into third grade and then to fourth grade, and we're seeing double-digit growth in performance in both reading and math from second to third grade. And then they're sustaining that when it's going into fourth grade. So that's a testimony to good instruction. And also want to give a shout out to the support we get from our parents. I mean, the parents are working with their students at home, and they're preparing their kids when they come in the building every day. So I want to thank the parents for that support.
That is great. It is a testament to the culture that you all have built here at Moccasin, and I want to thank all of you for that. Lainey, you as well, as being just an exciting student here in grasping and being participating in all of the activities and initiatives that Moccasin has to offer. So thank you for all that you're doing to help Moccasin grow. Thank you guys again, and let's go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Thank you for listening to the Bucks Blast podcast. Tune in next time as we hear more stories about the amazing individuals that shape our community. Until then, let's go Bucks!